We capture hip-hop on CD. We capture it on DVD. We capture it in clothing. But it unto itself never enters the material world. We act hip-hop. We can speak it. We can wear it. But it never enters the physical world. The only time actually hip-hop does enter the physical world is when we say, I am hip-hop. Then that term, that idea, enters the physical world. But if you say, no, I'm not hip-hop, and everyone says, no, I'm not hip-hop, hip-hop is just something we have fun with, then I challenge you to grab that thing. You can't grab hip-hop. It's nowhere in physical reality. Oh, you're going to blow me away? I got still here. It's nowhere in this is one of the first things to realize. Hip-hop is not a physical thing. It's an idea. It's a shared idea. In fact, hip-hop is understood psychically by those who participate in it. There's no government of hip-hop, so how are we together? You don't know Jam Master Jay, but when you heard of his death, you were sad. Why is it that R&B artists can sing about adultery? You, me, and me, what we gonna do, baby? I don't wanna let you go. And you can see that same R&B artist in a supermarket, and you will praise them for their work, and never think that that woman is actually, or man is actually cheating on his spouse. You'll say, the R&B artist is singing a song. That was a great song, but here's the real person. Hi, how you doing? I really like your work. When it comes to hip-hop, we operate on different laws. If you are not actually what you are writing about, our community disses you. Imagine that. This is how the drug dealer is respected. This is how the teacher is respected. Hip-hoppers look at who you are. And whatever you're rapping about, you better be about it. That's called culture. That's not music. Music is, I'm robbing the bank, I'm up in the tank, I'm rolling. And you look at the guy and say, oh yeah, you're just doing an act, man. It's kind of, yeah, right. All this talk of explicit lyrics and misogyny towards women, you get those questions are for cultures, not music genres. Hip-hop is corrupting the mind of the youth. That's a question for a government, not a music genre. If we have that much control over the minds of the youth, why are we not in the White House? These are the questions. Hip-hop is not a physical thing. It is a shared idea. What's the idea? Breaking, MCing, graffiti writing, DJing, beatboxing, street fashion, language. What's the idea? Peace, love, unity, having fun. What's the idea? I'm gonna judge a man not by the color of his skin, but by the content of his character. That's hip-hop. So now when we talk about the origin of something, what is the origin of hip-hop? Hip-hop is a shared idea. Now that you know that hip-hop is not physical, it's nowhere. You can't drink it, eat it, wear it, or go to it. Yet you know it. How is that possible? We are psychically sharing this idea called hip-hop, and it's nowhere in physical manifestation. We keep bringing it out of this place into the physical world. Knowing that, you now see how limited all the hip-hop history books really are. Most hip-hop history books are documenting history, or documenting hip-hop's history, the way you would document a physical thing in time and space. Most historians are approaching hip-hop as if it's a physical thing, so that you say, hip-hop started in the Bronx in '72. We have a physical geographical location called the Bronx. We have a time called 1972. That's the start. But you can't really document an idea the way you document physical things in nature. The rules are different. If hip-hop was physical, if this was hip-hop, we could trace hip-hop's lineage back through this physical thing. The history of metal, the history of magnetism and motors, the history of wind, aeronautics, and all of that. The history of the company, Dayton, maybe from Dayton, Ohio. This thing has the history. We would trace our history back because this is physical. And that's how most hip-hop histories are being told, physically. Yet hip-hop is not a physical thing. It's a shared idea. So how do you document an idea? That's where quantum physics comes in. Hip-hop as an idea means that hip-hop is not fixed in one place. Hip-hop's history is in superposition. It is everywhere, all the time. Here's the example. One, we are documenting ideas, not physical things in time and space. So if we're documenting hip-hop as an idea, where do we see ourselves in world history? Where is the hip-hop idea in world history? We were talking earlier about Ronald Reagan. As a black man, African in America, as a citizen of the United States, my history is traced back to Africa. My physical history is traced back to Africa. Why? Because African American, a physical thing, has its physical lineage in a physical place called Africa. But when I become hip-hop, I am no longer physical. I am metaphysical. I am now not the flesh. I am the idea. And as the idea, I can be anywhere in history I choose to be. African history is not just my history. I can choose to be that. But my DNA tells me there's European in me, there's Asian in me, there's Native American in me. There may be some Aborigines from Australia. There's a whole bunch of cultures floating around in this guy called hip-hop. So today, right now, I choose to be African American. Tomorrow, I may choose to be Asian as I stand in order with broccoli at the Chinese restaurant. The next day, I may become Hindu, Indian as I stand. And this is the freedom that hip-hop gives you as an identity. As an African